with me, Sam. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
The excitement surrounding Captain America: Brave New World continues to surge as fans prepare for a new chapter that aims to redefine what the symbol of Captain America means in a changed and uncertain world. The movie has become a major talking point because it carries not only the weight of legacy, but the responsibility of transitioning the shield from one era to another. With every small update and production hint, the movie has sparked discussions about how the story will push the character of Sam Wilson into territory he has never faced before. The tone appears to lean into a more grounded, political, and emotionally heavy storyline where the world is unstable, leadership is fractured, and the idea of a hero is no longer as straightforward as it once was. Fans are eager to see how the movie blends its themes of loyalty, power, identity, and trust into a story that reflects both the past and the future of the Marvel Universe. Anticipation grows. A major source of interest has been Sam Wilson's evolution into the new Captain America. Updates suggest that the movie will focus heavily on the emotional and moral challenges he faces as he carries a shield that was forged through decades of battles, sacrifices, and hopes. Sam is expected to wrestle with doubts and responsibilities that come with being a symbol in a divided world, especially when the people he wants to protect don't always agree with what that symbol stands for. The storyline appears to highlight how Sam's strength is not in super soldier serum, but in his humanity, his compassion, and his willingness to stand up for people even when he feels the odds stacking against him. Fans have been captivated by the idea that this movie will show a Captain America who leads not through enhanced abilities, but through conviction, intelligence, and grit. Discussions have grown even more intense as new information hints at rising political tension within the world of the film. The government appears to be losing control, various factions are demanding power, and a new wave of distrust is spreading across the global stage. This unstable environment creates the perfect storm for the story to explore how fragile peace becomes when nations begin questioning each other's intentions. The movie seems ready to show a world on the edge, where alliances can be broken overnight and hidden agendas lurk behind every handshake. Fans believe this tone will give the movie the same grounded feeling that earlier political thrillers in the franchise carried, while adding new emotional depth as Sam Wilson learns what it truly means to navigate the chaos of leadership, another major element. Fueling excitement revolves around the reappearance of familiar characters whose roles are expected to bring new complications. Every update suggests that their return will not be for nostalgia, but for meaningful impact on the story's direction. The tension surrounding these characters raises questions about trust, loyalty, and whether old alliances can survive the pressures of a world spiraling into conflict. Their presence adds layers to Sam's journey, forcing him to confront not only external threats, but also unresolved issues from the past. These relationships have become central to fan speculation as the dynamic between Sam and his allies appears to be more complex, fragile, and emotionally charged than ever before. What truly excites fans is the possibility that Brave New World may introduce deeper threats that challenge the very foundation of global security. Fragmented leadership, secret programs, and the emergence of dangerous new forces raise the stakes to a level where even Captain America struggles to keep up. The updates suggest an atmosphere of paranoia where enemies hide behind positions of authority and truth remain buried beneath political agendas. This approach to storytelling promises a conflict that is not defined by massive armies or alien invasions, but by deception, moral dilemmas, and the consequences of power falling into the wrong hands. This shift toward psychological and political tension reflects the franchise's evolution and mirrors real-world anxieties, making the movie feel more relevant and intense. A large part of the movie's emotional core seems to revolve around Sam Wilson's realization that carrying the shield means confronting the systems that fail people as much as it means fighting the villains who threaten them. Each update hints at a story where Sam is forced to stand against corruption, manipulation, and institutions that hide behind patriotism while serving their own agendas. This is the kind of storytelling that pushes the character into new emotional territory, allowing audiences to watch him grow not only as a hero but as a leader. Fans have been expressing excitement over a narrative that shows the difference between wearing the shield and living up to the ideals behind it, themes that promise to give the movie emotional weight and lasting impact. As the story expands, anticipation grows around the movie's action sequences, which are expected to be grounded, tactical, and intense. Instead of relying solely on cosmic-level spectacle, updates suggest the film will emphasize hand-to-hand combat, aerial choreography, and realistic military-style confrontations. These sequences appear to be designed to reflect Sam's unique combat style, agile, strategic, and dependent on teamwork rather than overwhelming force. Fans are eager to see how the combination of the shield and his aerial skills will create new action moments that feel both fresh and true to his character. The updates emphasize that the action will serve the emotional narrative rather than overshadow it, making each fight scene carry meaning and consequence. One of the most discussed aspects of the film has been the introduction of new characters, whose motivations and loyalties remain mysterious. These additions promise to bring fresh conflict, unexpected alliances, and emotional complications to Sam's journey. Early insights suggest that these characters will challenge Sam's beliefs, test his leadership, and force him to confront perspectives he may have overlooked. The uncertainty surrounding these individuals has become a major part of fan speculation, as their influence on the story could shift alliances, expose hidden truths, and escalate the global tension at the heart of the film, the moral dilemmas. Woven into the storyline are also shaping the movie into one of the most anticipated in the franchise. Fans have been intrigued by the updates hinting at ethical questions far more complex than traditional superhero conflicts. The film appears ready to explore the cost of choosing between national security and personal freedom, the consequences of creating powerful weapons in the name of protection, and the danger of governments hiding behind secrecy. These dilemmas position Sam Wilson at the center of a philosophical struggle, forcing him to question what Captain America should represent in a world that is no longer black and white. This emotional and intellectual depth is one of the biggest reasons the excitement around Brave New World continues to grow. Another major source of attention is the impact of the film's villain, who seems to embody the anxieties and tensions of the world the characters are trying to protect. The updates suggest that this antagonist is more complex than a simple embodiment of evil, instead representing the darker side of leadership, ambition, and control. This villain appears to challenge Sam not just physically but psychologically and morally, making the conflict deeply personal. Fans believe this dynamic may bring some of the most intense confrontations in the franchise, as Sam is forced to fight someone who understands the symbolic power of the shield and seeks to exploit the chaos surrounding it. As development continues, discussions around the movie's political atmosphere have only intensified. The updates hint at governments working behind the scenes on secret operations, unconventional alliances forming in the shadows, and a growing sense that the world is becoming increasingly unpredictable. These elements set the stage for a story that balances global danger with intimate character moments, blending large-scale stakes with personal conflict. This approach makes the movie feel more grounded and emotionally rich, appealing to fans who enjoy superhero stories that explore real-world parallels in meaningful ways. The emotional weight of the story continues to build through the updates, especially regarding Sam's struggle with isolation, doubt, and the burden of carrying a legacy built by someone he admired. The narrative seems poised to explore not just the action but the vulnerability behind the hero. Fans have been expressing their excitement about the possibility of seeing Sam confront moments where he questions whether he can live up to the expectations placed on him. The emotional authenticity of these scenes may become some of the film's strongest moments, showing a Captain America who remains human even when the world expects him to be unshakable. Another major element fans have been discussing is how the movie builds on the future of the franchise. Updates suggest that the events of Brave New World will ripple outward, influencing alliances, political structures, and character arcs in upcoming stories. This has led to widespread speculation about how the movie might open new doors, introduce new world-level consequences, and shift the direction of the broader narrative. The sense that this film will mark a turning point has only amplified curiosity and discussion, making fans feel that they are witnessing a pivotal chapter unfold. As the movie moves closer to release, attention has shifted toward the behind-the-scenes craftsmanship, from the tone of the cinematography to the atmosphere of the soundtrack.